This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Welcome in our listeners at 98.9 The Rock down in Kansas City. Also 105.3 The Bear in Blacksburg, Virginia. Ted, you want to give these? You want to give the Bear some more liners here?
I haven't done a Bear one. Yeah, let's do it.
3-3 to Fort, and Fort Wayne has got us on. All right, here we go. Let's do 105.3 The Bear, Blacksburg, Virginia. Here are your liners. You got your Bear ready to go?
I think so.
You're Baron. You're listening to the men's room on 105.3 The Bear, Blacksburg.
Not bad. I don't think it was bad.
It sounded like a bear taking a dump. Let's try this again.
Well, am I angry? What is the bear? What is the bear doing?
The bear's scaring me, man.
You went scary bear.
He's scary. Yes, it's not freaking, Smokey.
Nobody takes the name the Bear who's going to on the hike.
105.3 The Bear. Only you.
Right.
No, that's not what we want.
Listen, man, I'm just the actor. You got to give me direction.
All right, here we go. You are listening to the men's room on 105.3 The Bear, Blacksburg. Yes, that's what we're looking for right there. Big show for you today. Bad jokes, Ted versus the FCC. And since the holidays approach us, we're talking about family today, as we have a cop that actually shot his son outside of Chicago because when he came home, he realized that his son had drank a majority of his vodka and replaced that with water. Shot his son 5 times. He's 22 years old. Somehow the guy is still alive. But yes, no signs of a struggle. Basically just shot him right there. And then we have the story of the 2-year-old who was just explained by his mom all about Santa. And he drops the what the F-bomb on her at the young age of 2, which is going to be the story that's always told. And that's our question. Within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Quick comment here. My brother sleepwalked into my other brother's room and pooped on his pillow. Forever in annals of my family history. Love Cougar Ben. Cougar Ben, I'm going to pretend I'm sleepwalking too and drop that on someone. You're going to find out one day. The joke is, I was never sleepwalking. I just wanted to poop on your pillow. Hello, Kate. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi.
Hola. Oh, you're calling to talk about your...
I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Hey, so my family has a lot of bathroom stories for whatever reason, but there is one that stands out above all others. So we used to camp quite a bit, trailer camp with a bunch of families in the neighborhood, and my sister, I want to say she was like 12 or 13, she brought one of her schoolmates, Erin, along with us. Erin's kind of shy, so that's the scenario. We had a tent trailer that we had one of those little porta potties that you have on the floor, and people would sit on it like a chair too. It sealed up; it didn't stink. It was cool. Well, Erin went into use porta potty, and she's sitting down and forgot to lock the door, and somebody comes in. And she very quickly grabbed a blanket and she puts it over her lap, thinking, the person's just coming in to grab something, gonna leave a minute later. No. A second person came into the trailer, and this is a tiny little tent trailer. It's pretty tight, but nobody noticed that she's actually using the bathroom.
How could they not?
Because what you're saying is no. The toilet itself is one of those that you just kind of sit down.
Yeah.
So the toilet is also being used as a regular seat.
Right.
So when someone came in, she just threw a blanket over herself.
Oh, they thought she's just sitting.
She thinks whoever comes in.
Sitting without an H.
She's just sitting there with a blanket over top of her in that seat.
She was almost sitting there.
But she was also,
rhyming with
Kate,
sitting
you're
there.
saying that she was actually taking a crap.
Well, she was peeing, but yeah.
Oh, whatever.
But her pants were around her ankles. And then a third person walks in. And then a fourth person walked in, and they decide that they're all going to sit down at the table and start a game of cards. It was like 15 minutes. She's sitting there with this blanket over her lap, and she's super shy. And so she's just kind of
doesn't matter if she's super shy. You know what I'm saying?
Did she play cards with him?
Well, no. So she finally builds up the courage, and she's like, blurts out super awkwardly, "You guys got to go. I got to pull my pants up."
She sat there for 15 minutes.
Yeah, everyone was taken by surprise.
And that was the last family vacation she ever went on with you.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, Let me ask you this follow-up question, though. Did it break her out of her shell? Because I figure at that point you've kind of broken the ice, right?
She was still kind of an awkward teenager for a while, but I think it helped.
Aaron, if you were listening, you were kind of an awkward teenager. Just in case you didn't pick that up.
Weren't most people? I mean, I don't ever remember feeling real confident and comfortable.
Well, I think that's just being a teenager.
Yeah. I think I was just like, what is going on?
You can't feel comfortable and all that stuff because your body feels weird. Your body does crap. You have no zits. Every freaking thing, man.
Right.
It sucked.
Yeah, everybody is, but I think there's definitely some that are more awkward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just trying to think.
For sure.
Probably to the time I was 15 years old, every pair of shoes that I got was a half size bigger, so I would grow into them.
Yeah, but parents always pulled that, man. That's why.
Do you do that now?
Oh, no. Not really, man. No.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not doing that to my kid.
You just can't. And it's stupid. And the thing is, it's so much harder to walk around in shoes that don't freaking fit.
Exactly. And then by the time you get into them and they fit because you grew into them.
You wore out of them.
Yeah, you need a new pair. Within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So we had this family camping trip. Everybody brought their kids, the whole wham bam, everybody cooks, good time. Well, a couple days into it starts getting hot, and, we're bored looking for stuff to do. So my brother-in-law's like, yeah, man, let's go try to find a rope swing. There's got to be a rope swing around here. And we're up by Baker Lake, and so we're walking around. We don't find anything, and we're kind of on, not really a cliff. It's 15 feet above the water, and there's two trees. They got some branches sticking out, and one of my brothers is like, right there, we'll build one. And everybody kind of looked at each other like, all right, yeah, that's a good idea.
That's the little kid version of hold my beer. Mm-hmm. We'll build one.
Yeah. So we start looking for big branches to build a platform and whatnot, and they vote me to try it out. So I climb up the tree, I do my thing, I jump in the water, big cannonball, everybody's laughing, everybody wants to do it. So one by one, me and my brothers all went off the rope swing. So it's my brother-in-law's turn, and it's kind of out of his comfort zone. He's more of the softer kind, nice guy, makes a ton of money, not really too crazy. So he's feeling the pressure. He climbs up there, and we're like, yeah, you got it, man, go. And so he starts to lose his balance, and he's like teetering right there, and then he just goes for it. Well, he didn't pick his feet up. And on top of that, he kind of let go too soon. So he was just feet first.
He kind of let go too soon.
Into the beach. And it freaked everybody out because he was wearing these scuba diving boots, and his feet went straight through them.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So we're like, oh my God, your legs are broken. Oh my God, that just got way serious.
How high was it up agaagain? You estimated?
It was about 15 feet off the ground, and then, another 15 to the water. So, I mean, he had a good 15-foot fall swinging to his feet. Just, and so we're freaking out. We're like, oh my God, the wife's going to kill us. We just ruined this family vacation. And so we started checking them out.
They're going to be mad at us. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's over. And so we're checking them out. We're looking them over. And so he's just screaming, and it's not helping. So, yeah.
I just want to recreate the scene for you if I could.
What had happened is his toenails were really long, right? Longer than they need to be. Hey, man, you should have clipped him a month ago. And so when he hit the ground, his toenails cut through the knee on the diving boots. And luckily, he walked out of there with the sprain. I mean, we had to carry him back to the camp, and he was kind of done for the rest of the trip. But forever, when we all get together and talk about camping, that conversation and story comes up every time.
Okay. Yeah.
His goddamn toenails cut through the neoprene.
Well, a lot of people don't tell you. Yeah, but a lot of people don't give you the tip. Oh, dude, time for you to trim your toenails.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. You go on a trip with him, he throws on flip-flops, whatever the hell in the summer. Are his toenails trimmed now?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I knew that was coming. How did I know that was coming? Because I knew.
Once again, bedroom callers, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now back to the program.
Within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Good old rope swing.
And long toenails.
I'm like, how long were they?
I don't know. That's what I can't stop laughing about.
Because you're right. They would have to be ridiculously long for me to go, hey, man, you need to trim those.
I'm going to comment on your toes. It's got
Dude,
come on,
and people have different versions of toe length. Or not toe length, nail length.
They do.
Well, sure, but some people, Miles, you showed me a picture. This is a couple of years ago, I think, but I guess it was like some wannabe terrorist guy, all right? And he sends a picture out on social media of him with his new gun.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking at the gun, and Miles goes, just read the comments, all right? So I look down and start reading the comment, and every comment's like, damn, bitch, trim your toenails. And then you look at the picture again, and you're like, oh, my God. I almost want to get in on this.
Yeah.
Trim your toenails,
It's like that
man.
zit that somebody's got, and you know they see it, and they just don't want to pop
Right,
it. You're
like,
like, why don't you just go
can't not
pop
see
it?
it.
It's right there.
Everyone sees it.
I want to pop it.
And then you
know what I mean?
complain because everyone's eyes go to the zit. It's like, right, because you won't pop it.
But it's ready to be popped.
And you have to
It's
know
going to
that.
be spectacular when it blows.
Right, like, don't be mad at us. You won't
Probably
get
like
rid of
The
it.
Krakatoa of zits.
I don't know. It's just weird. You know what I mean? Like, if I put lipstick on my forehead, like, okay, everyone keeps looking at my forehead. Like,
You're going to
right.
close your eyes. A Lahara pus is going to run down your forehead.
You look like a cyclops. Just pop the freaking thing, man. And don't get mad at us for looking at it. You know it's there.
But at least with the zit, somebody else can pop it. I can't imagine being like, even for you, Miles, I can't imagine you being like, give me your feet, I'm clipping your nails.
No,
you
I would
saw
never.
this guy's
I'm not
nails,
going to
right?
Nails, no.
And this guy has nails. No, you need a veterinarian to do
My grandfather, who hated the wrestling when they were talking, his toenails looked like wood. They looked like petrified wood.
Yeah.
They were all yellow, and they look like
Yeah.
they look like wood.
That's not a good image in my
He
head.
said for some reason it started after World War II, after he came back from
Well,
the South
sure.
Pacific.
Yeah.
My dad has the same thing.
They're
And he calls
wood.
he calls it jungle rot from Vietnam.
Is that what it is, then?
I don't know. I think that was a bad excuse for not taking care of your toes.
It could be both.
There's nothing in the South Pacific that causes your feet to do that. Or people wouldn't go on vacation there. You know what I mean? Like, why'd you go to Thailand? Oh, for the yellow feet. Within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
West Suburban Police Sergeant tried to kill his adult son when he came home and realized that he had filled up his new vodka bottle with a lot of water after the 22-year-old decided to help himself to some of that. And instead of just owning up to it, he filled the bottle up, and his dad figured it out. So his dad got out a gun and walked into the kitchen, shot his son at first in the stomach, then the thigh, then the right, and then the left shoulder. Son's still alive, but isn't that something? Then we have the
That's something.
little Leo over in England, and he is 2 years old. And his mom, Hema, is letting her son know all about Santa Claus and the joy that Santa Claus will bring. And she's trying to explain what Santa does, who he is, and what's going to happen. And here's Leo's response to his mom.
What's Santa coming at my house?
Yeah, he's gonna come to your house.
What the f***?
Leo!
Drop that little nugget there. So our question today within your family,
Cheeky little monkey, my mommy.
what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Kataya. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hola. Did I say your name right at all?
Katya.
Katya?
Katya.
Like I caught you in the act?
Pretty much.
All right.
Well, how do you spell that?
Katya.
Okay, I have Katiya. That's why I was like, Kataya.
No I, just a Y.
Katya.
Yeah, Katya.
Yes.
We got it.
Right, so I got a great story for you guys that my dad likes to tell anytime we're at a function with anyone that happens to be black. And
Oh,
he tells
good.
it so often and so consistently that my best friend from college, who happens to be black, now tells it to people when he introduces me.
Okay.
So in 92, when I was about 4 years old, my family moved from Moscow, Russia to the U.S. And I don't know if you guys know a lot about Moscow, Russia in 1992, but there weren't a whole lot of black people on TV, cartoons, or around at all.
Do you think there are now?
I mean, there's a couple more.
What are they doing over there? Why are they there? What's going on?
Well, I guess we wanted to try a colder climate for a while.
Sure, that happens.
I bet they saw black people and there was boxing. I bet you that. A lot of black people, a lot of Russians. I bet you that's the one time.
So anyways, we are flying into JFK Airport, and we arrive, and it's a whole giant plane full of Russian people traveling and immigrating into the U.S. So they load you off the plane, and they basically cattle car you into customs and immigrations, and you're filling out all these forms. And I'm a small child and incredibly bored by all this, and my parents are busy, so not really paying attention. So I wander off from them.
I will see you later, mommy and daddy. I roam new country.
Yeah.
Voices
So I
deep
wander
like
off.
ox.
I wander off far enough away from everyone that a kindly security officer bends down to talk to me. And I take a look at the security officer, and apparently my eyes go huge. I turn around, and I start running bloody murder back to my parents, screaming that the boogeyman is after me.
And they said, welcome to America.
Home of the boogeyman.
Come on in.
The boogeyman.
The boogie.
I had never seen a black person before, not on TV, not on the streets, not in cartoons. And this whole load of Russian people that I'm running past yelling is laughing their heads off. And I finally get to my dad, who's the only person in our family at that point that speaks English. And the security officer is running after me and runs up to my dad. And he's very confused. He's very, worried about why I ran away and started screaming. And my dad explains that I just thought that I was in trouble because he was a security officer. And that was why I was screaming, and not that I thought that he was the boogeyman and he was going to kill me.
That's probably...
Yeah, that was the right call.
Yeah, she thought she was the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's right, but I know what she's saying. Yeah, I think your father took the high road.
Yeah, I knew someone at one point in time that was from the middle of nowhere in Canada.
All right.
And explained a very similar story that
This guy I met?
No, it was actually a woman, but it just...
okay.
She had, it blew her mind. She was like, this is amazing. This is crazy. I'm never what in the hell?
This is true. This is honest to God true.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho told us the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, look, man, and he's the coolest
and
guy
actually,
to meet.
he is not too far away from where she is from.
Yeah, he's like, man, when I say I lived in the middle of nowhere, he's like, you have no idea. So he's like, the career gets going, whatever, man. But he's like, I go to the States, and he's like, there's just black people, man. He's like, I just wanted to talk to all of them. He's like, everyone's like, man, just don't do that. But
he also said there was more little people in his high school than black people.
Yeah, he said, man, there were 3 little people and one black dude.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's obviously what he said.
Not that there's that many little people, but it's just not black people.
Right, he said we had more little people than black people in my school. And he rattled off everyone's name.
I never went to school with one little person.
No, I mean,
didn't either.
I don't think so.
How about
maybe
wheelchair?
Maybe one.
Went to school with one kid at one time who was wheelchair bound.
Oh, God, no. In West Virginia, man. West Virginia's akin to Reno. It was a lot more than that. I mean, there was classrooms. Sure. I mean, that's where my...
I mean, like classrooms full?
That's where I was a student assistant. As far as just...
Wow, man.
Because those classes, just like anything else...
How many kids
Well,
are
it's not that. It's the fact that West Virginia had, at that point in time, a pretty antiquated school system. So
you don't say.
Just to be able to get one room that was wheelchair accessible... And then to make sure that could be somehow connected to a place where you could get to the cafeteria, to bathrooms, and all those things. So, yeah, I mean, it was...
we had all that but one kid.
Yeah. All the amenities.
I mean, we had all that stuff. I'm trying to think. I don't think I went to high school.
Look, if you're an athlete, you can't be in a wheelchair.
No,
not in high school.
The school has more than just athletes.
I know.
But I'm we didn't have any of that. But I did go to school with 3 Dariuses just in my class.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
I only
knew
knew
a
one
dude named
Darius.
Chanel.
You knew a dude named
He
Chanel?
didn't go by Chanel, though, right?
No, he went by Smoke.
Right. Well, he go by Smoke, and the people call him Smoke.
Everybody called him Smoke. Sorry, that came out too quick.
Why'd they call him Smoke?
Come on, man. Go ahead, Ted, explain it.
For the layman out there who doesn't understand.
He was a darker brother.
All right.
So everybody
called him Smoke.
Right. Trust me, I was not the one that started calling Chanel Smokey. But what a great name on both ends.
Yeah, sure, you really appreciated it.
Has he gone back to Chanel?
I
gotta think as an adult, you know what I mean? Trying to get a job. Well, my name's Chanel, but my friends call me Smoke. You know why?
I mean, I'm sure as an adult for that stuff he does, but I mean, if I saw him at a reunion, I just couldn't help but be like, Smokey! But he called me Tiny, so
yeah, exactly.
It's all good.
Sure. I'm just picturing that moment.
Everybody called me Dinos. Within your family, what is the story that'll always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Why do they call it smoking?
Hello, Shay. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys. Happy Friday.
Hola.
Okay, so the story my mom loves to tell is whenever I got caught looking at dirty websites when I was about in middle school, I chose to blame it on my dad because just first reaction. So she calls my dad, and after a short conversation, she turns to me and she goes, "Shay, spell college." And I go, COLLEDGE with confidence, and I was caught.
Were you looking at college girls, or what was the college thing?
It was college girls, and
You spelled it right out.
But I spelt it way wrong, so...
He's an idiot and he's horny.
But he still got what he was looking for.
I don't understand. If you can't spell college, how'd she know you were Googling college chicks?
I don't know how she came across it. I just remember hearing my name being called from the room where the computer was. And because it was college chicks or something like that. And then that's how she found out. And then I blamed it on my dad, and she asked how it was spelled. So
your father likes bigblackchicks.com.
So what did your dad say when he got home?
Well, I'm sure I got a talking to. It was years ago, but I don't really remember.
He probably said it COLLEGE,
kid. Come on.
If you get the 4 letters word, it'll show up in history. My God. That's what he said.
Unbelievable.
By the way, we're talking about Chris Jericho.
Right, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some bad things show up in your history, too.
Right. Be aware of what you do. We're talking about Chris Jericho telling us where he grew up in his high school. He went to high school with more little people than black people. This comment comes in. I went to school with one black person and one little person. They happen to be the same person. I went to school with a black little person. You got all your bases covered.
Oh, yeah, just one checkbox. Boom. Within your family.
Got into any college they wanted to.
What is the story that'll always be told?
Didn't matter their GPA.
I mean, this has nothing to do with the topic, but the fact you brought up a black little person.
Yeah.
Have you seen the newest member of the Globetrotters?
No.
Oh, yeah, they signed...
They signed a little person. He's like 4'3".
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Can he ball?
Yes.
All right.
It's just alarming.
Yeah.
Can he dunk?
Wait, how tall?
He's like 4'3".
Wow.
I bet they got something figured out where he's going to dunk.
Oh, sure.
Well, no, he's open about it. He says he can do anything, and that's his next thing. He's going to dunk. But at 4 foot, like, he'd have to have a 4-foot vertical.
Yeah, all right. Now, look, he says...
Or no, how tall's the rim? 10 feet?
10 feet.
Yeah.
So he says he's going to dunk, but is that like Michael Phelps saying, I'm going to race a shark? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's going to happen, but are you getting air? Are you climbing up another dude? Like, what's going to happen?
I think this guy honestly thinks he'll be able to jump that high one day.
No trampoline?
I think they got a gimmick going on there. I mean, come on. It is the Harlem Globetrotters.
It would be awesome to see.
Yes, it would.
Like, I hope he can do it, man.
Like Spud Webb. Within your family, what is a story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Sonny. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Well, sir, how are you?
I'm still alive, so it's got to count for something.
Sure.
All right, so my story is back when I was still in elementary school. Me and my family ended up taking a trip over to the water world. And at the time, it was still when Free Willy was still alive. And I had a huge fetish for anything Free Willy, so going to see him was outright a phenomenal reaction out of me.
Brother, your choice of words is the complete fetish for Free Willy.
I needed it.
So we get there, and I immediately run up to the glass, trying to get as close as I can, because there's like a huge crowd going to see him. And I'm standing right up to the glass, and my parents are still off in the back. And there's this little girl standing next to me, and she's looking at Free Willy and is like, "Hey, what's that hanging off of him?" And me, I open my big mouth and like, "That's his penis." And the entire group of people just started busting up laughing. And my dad sitting in the back is like, "Oh, God, yep, that's my kid."
Yeah, that is his kid.
Hey, the good news is you knew.
Right.
That's the Willie part. His name is Free.
And it is free. Why do you think you got the name? Why do you think I have a fetish for this guy?
Yeah, it's Free Willie. It's right.
Why do you think I ran up to the glass?
It looks bigger in the water.
Yeah, exactly. It really does. Everything looks bigger in the water, doesn't it?
It really does.
It magnifies.
Best time to pull down your trunks.
Sure, if you're going to do that then.
Are you naked in my pool? Yeah, look better, man. Relax.
Within your family.
I'll put them back on when I get out.
What is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Swimming naked is awesome.
It is great.
That is a good film. But only like in a pool, man.
Why?
I feel like because everything else, like other animals live in there.
No, lake you're good at.
No, but I feel like, look, man, if I'm swimming, then your penis looks like a bait. That is my general philosophy, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm with Miles.
I don't know, man. Why don't you put a
river?
worm on your hook? Right? This is a bigger worm. It's a better meal, which means bigger fish. And that's the last place I wanted to bite me.
I think you're safe in a lake.
I mean, I don't know what it says about me. I never thought about it that way.
So I don't know what it says about me that it did.
Right.
But either way,
it's like,
I've reached my conclusion.
I will see this. Don't swim in the ocean at night. That's scary.
Oh, it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Remember the beginning of Jaws?
Yeah, same thing. She had huge boobs, so we were in.
I think more so than even like.
But I thought I was going to die.
I think in my lifetime I've been more naked in a river.
Yeah, I don't feel
because
too
like
bad
you
in
got
the
to
river.
take the obligatory bath. Mm-hmm. So you're always just in the bath, in the river.
Yeah,
freezing your ass off, taking a bath because it needs to happen.
Why are you taking a bath in a river?
Because if you're out camping for a week or two.
Okay, sorry. I'm picturing you like, all right, Mom, Dad, I'll be back.
3 or 4, you eventually cross some river, and you're like, all right, let's just get this over with.
Miles, it's bath time. Meet us at the river.
Yeah.
Hashtag white people stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I bathed in the river.
Yeah. Get the Dr. Bromers out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
you just got to make sure you got the all-natural soap, because regular soaps will poison the river.
Got to make sure it's biodegradable and all that. Within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
And you should have a rinse bucket.
Oh, boy.
Unless you're going to dunk in a hole.
Hello, Tricia. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi.
Hola.
Hola.
So, Trish, what's the story you always tell about your family?
So, it was me and my friend. We were bored one day. We were young, probably around 17, 18. At my house, we found a bunch of condoms, and we decided to kind of like throw them at each other, and we put them on pretzels, and we're throwing them at each other. And I dodged one that my friend threw at me, and my eye hit the edge of our stove. And it kind of like, it didn't knock me out, but I got like a little woozy, and my mom freaked out. My mom was there laughing at us like a bunch of idiots, like we were like idiots. And she called the EMTs, and I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, don't call the EMTs. She did. They came, checked me out. I was fine. The next day, I get to work. I work with my cousin at the time, and I open my locker, and a bunch of condoms just come like falling out of my locker. And everybody, I worked at a vet clinic, and everybody there was in on it, and they all bought a bunch of them and put them in there. And so now it's brought up. And I also have a little tiny scar on my eyebrow still.
What happens when you're in a position where you need to actually use a condom? Is this when you tell the story?
Before we get to this funny story,
I need to tell you my condom story.
I once busted my eye on a stove because of a condom.
Whose condoms were they? Were they your mom's?
I think they were me and my friends. No, they weren't my mom's. Definitely not my mom's.
Okay. They were you and your friends' condoms.
Yeah, I mean, we were girls, not...
No, I got it. I can't wait to find my daughter's condoms. That's going to be a lot of fun. Good times.
It's almost good news if you do.
Yeah, I guess.
On some level, you're like, thank God.
I guess so.
At least.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, man, you guys are talking about bathing in a river. And some people have commented, I'll bathe in a river. And I understand that. Someone that says there's a video out there where a guy uses his dong to catch a fish. That's all I'm saying.
No way.
Well, what about? I think someone slipped a leak. I don't know. Robin, maybe you could pull it up.
Why would you use your junk to catch a fish?
I wouldn't. Even if it could be used, I would not do that. Hence, not in the ocean, not in the lake.
I'd watch
maybe
that show, though. You've heard of noodling, but...
Your kids might be noodling right now.
There's another fishing art in the South of the United States if you know about.
They call it the banana split.
I was thinking more of him tying it onto his junk.
What do you mean?
Tying
Like
the lure?
little piece of bait?
Like the line, and then just like setting the hook.
Wow.
You think he's using it
It's
as
like
the
you
rod?
practice that
He's
move.
using it as the rod, you think?
Yeah, that's where my mind went.
And maybe he's stretching out everything below to use as the net. You know what I mean?
I'm just like, man, that seems painful, like the whole process.
If you could have seen
this
Ted.
one for 10 minutes. I hope he's catching bluegills.
Oh, boy. Within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA. Hold the line, more of your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Bad jokes coming up. Email the bad jokes to the men's room at mensroomlive.com. Bad jokes on the way right before we drink and toast with the shot of the day. In the meantime, our question, within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, John. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so this story, I was 5, my brother was 9, and I think our babysitter was 16. And so, being the younger brother, I was kind of into my babysitter, thinking that she was cute. And I came down one day, and my brother was baking cookies with the babysitter. And I was like, all right, hey, can I help you guys? And he goes, no, you're too small. You're going to need to leave. And I tried to, help him out. Eventually, he just shushes me away. So I go out. I know where my dad kept the BB gun in the garage. And being like 5 years old, the BB gun is about as tall as I am. Went out, came back in, pointed the BB gun at my brother, and I said, you're going to let me help bake cookies now. And he kind of looked back at me and goes, you don't even know how to fire that thing. So I ended up loading the BB into the BB gun, pumped it like 4 times, kicked open the back window, and shot a fire out the back porch into the woods. And I pointed it back at him, and I said, you're going to let me bake now. And the look on my brother and my babysitter's face, and then it kind of set in of what I had done. I ended up dropping the gun, running, hiding in my room. My brother ended up blackmailing me for probably 6 months. Didn't tell my parents. The weird thing was, too, is like I never saw that babysitter again.
No, you didn't.
I bet you.
Nope.
Did you have other struggles through life, man?
No. I mean, it wasn't the proudest moment of my life, but
Yeah, okay.
it makes for a good story now.
All right, as long as it wasn't the beginning of my future.
Yeah.
Damn.
In crime.
And you never saw the babysitter again. See what happens?
Never saw the babysitter again. Brother ends up blackmailing me for 6 months or whatever. I eventually one night bust into my parents' room, just bawling my eyes out, telling them what I did, and they actually ended up grounding my brother for blackmailing me, and I got off kind of scot-free.
Yeah, that's how it works.
And my brother ended up going into law enforcement.
Oh, okay.
That's fantastic. That explains a lot, doesn't it? Uh-huh.
Within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
Psychopath. Hello, Taylor. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so this took place when I was in elementary. I was outside playing back when kids used to do that. And I remember getting called in from playing, and at the time, my brother was 2, and he was just kind of roaming upstairs, playing around. Well, in his closet is where we would just keep a bunch of just random stuff from around the house, because he's 2. He's not going to use his closet. Well, my mom was getting stuff out for Christmas, and a bag had fallen that had, like, bathroom stuff like towel rods and whatnot. Well, there was this one towel rod that was like a male and female piece. You slid the other one in, so it was adjustable. Well, the female piece, the end was sharp, like a giant hypodermic needle.
Nope.
And he managed to get that out of the bag and was playing with that. Well, right when I had come inside, my mom, was just like, hey, you got to come in for the night. It's like, that's fine, it's getting cold. And then all of a sudden, we just hear this gurgle, scream. And we go run it pretty close. But we get up there, and he had it in his mouth, and he stood up. And as 2-year-olds' legs are, they kind of just buckled. Well, he fell on it, and it impaled him in the back of his throat.
Oh!
That, like, little phalange thing back there, it just popped right through that.
Ah! God damn. Wow.
You don't know, like, you see horror movies and stuff, and, like, I can stand that stuff, but when you see your 2-year-old brother, like, having to pull a towel rod out of his mouth and just blood, it was, yeah, it was gut-wrenching.
Damn.
Yeah, I bet so.
How old did you say you were at the time?
I was, I think, 13.
Oh, wow. Wow, man.
Yeah, there's no acting tough when you see that.
Yeah, was your little brother end up, I guess he's okay.
Yeah, he doesn't even know that it had happened, which kind of ruins the joke. Like, oh, you used to love rods in your mouth when you were a kid.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I did not see the story going though.
No, I did not either. Within your family, what is the story that will always be told? 844-999-OLA.
He said you can't be tough either when you see your 2-year-old brother going through that. Like, I don't know that I could look tough watching any 2-year-old get impaled.
At any time
Yeah,
in
it
your
doesn't
life.
have to be your brother.
Yeah, like, that's a small child. Just got stabbed in the back of
mouth.
Right, like,
I think everyone gets it. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay, so I called earlier, but I got disconnected, and I wanted to call back.
Okay, I'm glad you did.
The family, sorry. The story that gets told in our family a lot is, long story short, my dad told me that I had a brother. I was 9 years old, and he was like, you have a brother from a previous marriage. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I was 9, so I really didn't pay much attention to that. 16 years old, I was grounded from the internet, and I snuck in, got on Yahoo Messenger, and was talking to this guy from the same area that I was from back home in West Virginia. We exchanged names, and we were on cam. He was in Korea because he was in the military, and, you know, I was home, of course. I was like, well, you're pretty hot. And he was like, you're cute yourself. And I asked him what his name was. And I was like, what's your last name? You know, because we're from a small town. I'm like, no, who you are? And he was like, Durst. And I'm like, that's my last name. I have a brother with the same first name. I said, who's your dad? And he said, my dad's name, his entire name, from first, middle to last name. And I'm like, oh, you're my brother.
But your brother's hot.
I mean, how
good-looking
weird.
man, though.
So, I mean, but what's the next words?
Thank God you're not from West Virginia to make the stereotype even worse, you know? Thank God at least
I
there's
am
not
from
that.
West Virginia.
Oh, my bad. Yes,
it's like you guys just walk into it.
But you're on
And I got a
cam.
birthday card in the mail last month, and he signed it, your hot brother. And I'm like,
I missed the first. Had you never met the brother?
no, my dad told me when I was 9 that I had a brother. And, you know, it's a small town, but he actually lived in the county that bordered our county. And I actually went to the courthouse in the county that he lived in and asked for his information, and they actually gave it to me. And I searched him down. When I was 18, I met him, and then we lost contact. And then I met him again a couple years later, and then him and my dad finally got contact with each other, and they became inseparable. And it's crazy, but he literally looks exactly like my dad.
Damn.
Just fight the urge.
What town are you from, by the way, real quick?
Oh, hang on.
From Charleston.
Oh, Charleston. Okay. Yeah, that's a big little town.
Man,
oh boy.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.